How to make DIY sungka. How to play sungka. The sungka game have two rows of 7 circular holes and 2 large holes at both ends called head. The game begins with 49 game pieces or the shells, marbles, pebbles or seeds, and 98 in total are equally distributed to alternate holes, 7 pieces in every other hole and except heads which remain empty. Sungka requires 2 players. Each player controls the 7 holes on his side of the board and owns the head to his right. The goal is to accumulate as many pieces in your own head. Both players starts at the same time. And for the first turn, a player may decide which of the 7 holes directly in front of him on his side of the board he wishes to begin with. He picks up all the shells from his chosen hole and he should then move his hand around the board in clockwise direction, dropping one shell in each hole or head he passes over, including all of the holes on both sides of the board and the player's head but not the opponent's head. If the last piece distributed falls into a player's own head, then the player earns another turn which can begin at any of the 7 holes on his side. If the last piece distributed falls into an empty hole on his side, then the player captures all the pieces in the hole directly across from this one on the opponent's side and put them plus the last piece distributed in his own head. The player's current turn ends when the last piece falls into an empty hole, whether on the player's side or the opponent's side. Once a player has ended their first turn, he must also wait for the opponent to complete his turn, and from that point on, players take it in turns to play their turns. If a player has no pieces on his side of the board when it is his turn, then he must pass. The game ends when no pieces are left in any hole on both sides of the board. The players now count the number of pieces in their own head and see who won. Let's now play Sungka.